We owe our next guest a deep debt of gratitude for the stuff he digs up. He is the CEO and founder of OpenTheBooks.com. His name is Adam Andrzejewski, and I cannot believe I actually pronounced that correctly right out of the gates. Adam, you actually have a new article out for Forbes since you dimed Fauci out last time about his salary, about his media appearances. What is this about his media appearances? What are you talking about?
So Jesse, posted online in the archive at the National Institutes of Health are over 400 media events that Dr. Fauci has done since the start of the pandemic. So we've got a simple question. When has Dr. Fauci found the time to follow the science?
I'm sorry?
400 media events.
Okay, now I guess I should ask, in the interest of fairness, even though I'm not a fair person at all, are these all, official, just informing the public events, or are these photo shoots for Vanity Fair?
Well, this is where there's a 1913 law. It's called the Gillette Amendment that bars the publicity man, the propagandist. Government employees, bureaucrats like Anthony Fauci, they can't tell you, Jesse, what to think. They can only inform you. So your question has a great basis. Look, Dr. Fauci went on early in the pandemic. He went on national television and he told all of us not to wear a mask. And now from his emails and from what he said that he did that for our own good because there wasn't enough PPE for first responders. So he was actually helping save the country by telling you and I what to think. That wasn't information. That's one example that could have run afoul of the Gillette Amendment.
Give me I'm dying to hear this. You put out his salary. Please tell me some of the things you heard from people after OpenTheBooks.com dropped that hammer on the American public. Everyone else going out of business and Fauci bringing in 400 G's.
Well, you could almost hear Donald Trump from Mar-a-Lago just screaming, what? He was making more than me as they stood up there and they did those press conferences. I mean, look, I didn't hear from four-star generals in the United States military, but I can only imagine what they were thinking. They make a little less than $270,000. They outrank Dr. Anthony Fauci, of course. But Dr. Fauci this year, now in 2020, he got another pay raise. He makes $434,000. He out-earns all 4.3 million federal employees.
Okay, look, maybe you're not the right man to ask this question, but why? Aren't there limits to how much federal employees can make? I obviously know the generals are on a specific pay scale, but there are supposed to be limits, right? Is this guy making double time?
Well, I think he is making double time. Look, he's been there since 1968. So he's been there for 53 years. And you do have to hand it to him. I mean, this guy is living the American dream. He's a media rock star. He's supposed to be a government bureaucrat. He's supposed to be a scientist, our top infectious disease expert. He's out earning everybody at the federal level, and he's all over television right up until the current moment.
All right, Adam, I have to ask, Lori Lightfoot, you know what? I want to play you a soundbite before I even ask the question. Here's Lori Lightfoot, everybody, from yesterday. By the way, just to set this up really briefly, I want you to remember, every single Monday we're treated to stats like 40, 50 people shot every weekend in Chicago. Here's what Lori Lightfoot, Chicago mayor, had to say about it yesterday.
Many residents in Chicago feel that you've lost control of the city. Now it appears as though you've lost control of the Chicago City Council. Do you owe an apology to the victims of violent crime, the thousands of unsolved shootings and murders and stabbings and random stabbings in the downtown and the south side and the north side and the west side? Do you owe these people any apology?
So once again, sir, I ask you to get your facts right. Crime is not out of control in our city. In fact, crime is on the decline. All of our major indices showed a decline in crime, and our homicides and our shootings year over year are down. That's a fact, sir. And you, sir, I was polite and allowed you to spew your rhetoric, which is offensive to me and others, but I'm trying to be polite and professional and answer your question. But if you want to write your own narrative and irrelevant to what I'm going to say and what the facts are, then we'll just move on to the next reporter.
Adam, Lori Lightfoot's doing a bang-up job, right?
Well, look, Chicagoans remember the last mayor. His name was Rahm Emanuel. And Rahm Emanuel actually tried to defund the police. During his first 4 years of his administration, he cut the headcount of rank and file police officers by 1,000 cops, while shootings escalated in the first 5 years of his administration to 20,000 shootings on the streets. And homicides in Chicago were more than New York and Los Angeles combined. And now you have Lightfoot. We just ran the numbers in 2020. While the city was suffering a pandemic and while civil unrest was raging in the streets, she actually cut the headcount of rank and file Chicago police officers by 400. And so what she did is she had to put $630 million. She had to pour those dollars into the first responders, the police, the fire, the ambulance captains, the EMTs, as they responded to the pandemic and the civil unrest. They were completely overworked. And that's why you had the city of Chicago police, Fraternal Order of Police, coming out with a vote on Lori Lightfoot. They don't trust her as mayor any longer.